That's another God. That's false gods, man, that you worshiping, man. Because you err not having understanding of the scriptures, man.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 4, and verse 26. The kings of the earth stood up, and the rulers were gathered together against the Lord and against his Christ.
Against his what?
His Christ.
Against his Christ. Right? The rulers are gathered against the Most High's Christ. Because they have a false Christ out there. Didn't we just read in Matthew 24:24? Many false Christs, prophets and false Christs will come out in these last days. That's what you're doing when you worshiping these wicked holidays like Christmas, man. False gods. You carrying on with the ways of Babylon, man. Learning from the other nations. It's time for us to wake up. Let's get to the point on Revelation. Appreciate that, brother. Let's get to the point on Revelation. Oh, you got something? No. Okay, Revelation 18.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh, the power who judgeth her. Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her. And when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off, for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment to come. Verse 11. And the merchants of all the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no...
That's right. All the merchants gonna weep, and these all the nations that's gathered against us, man. These are all the nations that's gathered against Israel. They're gonna mourn and weep for this wicked nation, man. And that's why our power, that's gonna be the beginning of our power, of our strength throughout the earth, man. When Babylon comes down with thermonuclear destruction. So this is the judgment of the Most High. And what? Let's get that. Psalms 9 and 16.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 9 and verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands.
That's right. Snared in the wickedness of your own hand. It said they're going to get double for that thing. It's going to get... Hey, this place going to get double for everything that they done to us, man. That's thus saith the Most High.
That's right.
That's our strength right there, man. Black, Hispanic, Native American, man, that's your day of rest. When the Lord brings this wicked place down, who has murdered your forefathers, man.
That's right.
That's going to be our strength. Let's get that. Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. That's going to be our strength. When this place comes down, the Lord is known by his judgment.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent.
That great dragon, that old serpent, that great dragon, that old serpent. He going to be cast down. That's the so-called white man. Read that.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
That's right. Who deceived the whole earth. Let's get that. Job chapter, hold that, and go to Job chapter 12 and verse 16. You already got that? Yeah. You know, that old serpent gonna be cast out. When this wicked man is destroyed, when his whole house is destroyed, right? And we take them and put them into captivity, that's our strength right there. That's our power. That's our salvation. 12 and 16.
All right. This is the book of Job, chapter 12 and verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
That's right. Though they doing all that deceiving, hey, they belong to the Most High. He gonna put the final judgment. You can't argue with death. When somebody take it from you, what you gonna do? You can't bring them back. So it don't matter what you do. All the words that you speak, hand joining into hand, the wicked are going to be punished for everything that they've done. All the wickedness that they have sown in this place, in the earth. Right? Let's go ahead and continue with Revelation.
Revelations 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ.
And the power of what?
And the power of his Christ.
And the power of his Christ. So all these false Christs, it don't matter how many false Christs they come with, it don't matter how many lies and how much fraud they deal in, okay? How many people team up with the so-called white man, you going down. This is not going to be like the end of what you call it, Avengers, you know, or Independence Day when the so-called white man come up on top. That's the council of the wicked, man. They are coming down. This place is gonna be destroyed. Don't receive any strength from those green screen movies, man. From blue screen movies. It's all lies and folly. This place is coming down, and no matter how many people team up with the so-called white man, nobody, just like nobody can deliver us, nobody gonna deliver the so-called white man when these oppressions come up on him.
That's right.
Anything else?
And the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which have accused them before our God day and night.
That's right.
That's right. They accuse us day and night in this wicked ass nation. Accuse us, have us put our hands on the Bible and say, you know what, this man guilty. They murder us in the street. They got people calling cops on us everywhere we turn and look. They say it's our fault for having our children out here slain day in and day out. When they know they the damn wicked.
That's
and
right.
Let's get that 1 Peter chapter 5 and 8. They walk around this nation trying to kill us, trying to murder us like a roaring lion. That's why we got to be vigilant out here. We giving you the understanding behind how to be vigilant.
Bring it out.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
That's right. The so-called white man walking about seeking whom he may devour. That's what's going on in these last days. That's why our people are being destroyed and killed day in and day out. Okay? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being thrown into prison houses, being murdered, okay? Being made a prey. And we don't want to depart from that thing because we love our enemies. That's what we think, right? Oh, we gotta love our enemies. We love the ones who killed our people. And I don't care. You shouldn't be smiling, man. I don't care about you not smiling at your damn picture. I hope it messes up your whole day. If you mad at this truth, then guess what? The Most High gonna deal with you.
That's
You better
right.
have the right understanding in these last days. I tell you that much. Sick of this madness, man. Our people running around here happy and rejoicing in this wicked nation, man. We gotta wake up. I'll tell you what that thing, brother.
Verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn for her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
That's right. This place is coming down, man. Babylon, the place where our brethren, blacks, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, the people of color, man, so-called the people of color, we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And this wicked nation that has rejoiced over all the destruction that's happened to you, hey, guess what? It's coming down. Everybody that joined themselves against you, and murdered you and speak evil against you, even if they open their mouth against you, they're going to be coming down. They're going to be receiving that just judgment. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 34. We're going to continue with that. We're going to be done.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 34. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name.
Yeah, our Redeemer is strong. We ain't got to worry about the strength of these flying bombers and tanks. We ain't got to worry about none of that. The Most High has strength. And he's coming down and he's going to destroy this place. Go ahead.
He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
He's going to do what?
And disquiet the inhabitants of
He's
Babylon.
going to disquiet this place, man. Okay? He's going to thoroughly plead our cause. That's another thing, man. Ain't going to be nobody that's not going to be getting their recompense for any wicked thing that they have done to the Israelites, man.
That's right.
That's what that thing is saying to you right there. This place is going to be destroyed, yo. Finish that up, brother.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of precious wood and of brass and of iron and of marble. Verse 13. And cinnamon and otters and ointment and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
That's right. All of those things that was mentioned are all resources. And didn't they heap up all resources to themselves? Didn't they steal and murder and kill for those very resources to give to their own people? Didn't the scripture say that they built that is not theirs?
That's right.
And they still benefit in this land today?
Bring it out.
Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. Nobody gonna be buying this stuff because guess what? It ain't gonna be good for nothing. The so-called white man is gonna be destroyed in these last days. And that's thus saith the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, who you call God and Jesus. The Most High is gonna destroy this wicked nation, man. He gonna burn it up. The day coming like it's gonna burn like an oven. Let's get that. Malachi 4:1, get that. The day coming where it's gonna burn like an oven, man. That's right, that's what's coming to Babylon, man. Oppression. Because we have been oppressed.
Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out!
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts.
That's right. The wicked is the so-called white man in the nations that are gathered with them. They're going to be trodden underfoot, man.
You don't have to put it on like that. Yeah, let's do that. It ain't gonna fit,
it's going to be trodden down. All these wicked places, all these wicked things, and all these wicked people, man. It's going to be destroyed, man. This covenant that you have with death, this covenant that you have with lies and robbery, is going to be disannulled, man. Meaning that, hey, guess what? You're going to have nothing to deliver you. If you was against the Most High, being the Israelite, being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you against these words, you against justice, you against judgment, then you're going to reap the same wickedness that's going to come, the same evil that's going to come up on the white man, the so-called white man, and the other nations. Bring it up.
Malachi 4 and 4. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and the judgments.
That's right. So you got to remember the statutes and the judgments that was given to us by Moses from the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We got to remember those things so that we can have understanding in these last days on how to deliver ourselves, how to come out of Babylon, man, so that we won't be partakers of those things, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you got to wake up. Okay? You want to finish it up? Okay.
The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
They're going to be weeping and wailing. I got to get another one, brother. Let's go ahead and get that Baruch chapter 4, verse 31. So they're going to be weeping and wailing because of what's going to be happening to Babylon. Because so many people are receiving riches by the hands of the so-called white man, by the hands of the oppressors. Okay, by the hands of our oppressors, they've been receiving riches, man. These other nations are benefiting off of America, man. Okay, these other nations are benefiting off of our destruction, man. The destruction of the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. These other nations are benefiting off of that thing. This place should never be established if you really think about it, because they murdered for it. They murdered and killed for this land. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Miserable are the cities which our children serve. Miserable. Okay? That's what's going to happen when this place comes down. They're going to be trying to figure out a way to deliver this place. There ain't going to be no way. You can't stop a thermonuclear. You can't stop a missile, man. You can't call that thing back. They gonna try. They got defense mechanisms, but it ain't gonna work. Because the Lord created that Smith, man. It's meant for this place to come down. The scriptures say this is the place that ought to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
That's right. They were glad at our misery. They were glad at our fall. They said, race it, even to the foundations thereof, man. That's what they was happy when they saw what happened to the Israelites, to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American men. They were happy at that day. So guess what? The scripture said they're going to be in misery. So yeah, we gotta be happy at that day. That's the good tidings. That's the strength. Okay? That's the good tidings and strength that's going to come to the ears of our people that have the heart to understand, have that foundation.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto the great city? Verse 19. And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein ye were made rich, all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate.
1 hour is this place gonna be made desolate. It's gonna be easy work. It's gonna be like Mike Tyson in his prime, man, the way the Most High gonna come at this place, man. Knock you out just like that, man. It's gonna be done, light work. That's what's gonna happen to Babylon, man. The whole hammer. The brother would have endured and heard the truth. Okay, that's the hammer. America is the hammer. Throughout this place, it's gonna come down, right? Same thing gonna happen to these other strong nations, man. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed. That's thus saith the Lord. Let's finish it up.
Verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh hath avenged you on her. Verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Verse 22. And the voice of the harpers and musicians and the pipers and the trumpeters shall be heard no more.
All this singing and carry on and, oh, God bless America and all this, that, and the other, all these folly, this music full of folly and madness. Hey, man, we singing a new song out here, and that's that this place is going to be destroyed, man.
That's right.